Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the Covergirl Katy Pearl collection. I found this collection at Ulta on an end cap display and I picked up just a few pieces from it. I didn't buy the whole collection. There's 9 pieces in the collection. There's a mascara, there are 2 eyeliners, there are 2 eyeshadow slash highlighters, and there are 4 lipsticks. And it's called Katy Pearl because most of the products have a pearl finish. And so I was kind of curious, so I bought 3 products. I bought 1 of the shadow slash highlighters, and I bought 2 of the lipsticks. And to be honest, the only reason why I bought 3 products is because this week at Ulta, CoverGirl is buy 2 get 1 free. So I decided to get 2 of the lipsticks because I wasn't really sure about the shadow slash highlighters. So each product retails for $8.99, and let us begin with the shadow slash highlighters. By the way, the eyeliners, one is green and one is white. I did want to mention that. Okay, so there's 2 shadow slash highlighters. There is Tiger's Eye and Tiger Rose. Tiger's Eye is a gold, and I have so many gold cream shadows that I decided that would be a bit redundant. So I went with the Tiger Rose, and this is a peachy rose. To me, this is more like a light peach more than anything. And when I first opened it up and looked at it, I was like, wow, this doesn't really look like any other cream shadow that I have. And I stuck my finger in it. It is very dense, very thick. And I was kind of thrown because I had read some information prior to this about it being creamy, and it is not creamy at all. So I was pretty disappointed about that, but I thought, you know what, that might give it some staying power. So I said, no, just keep an open mind, and no, it did. It was very difficult to blend, and I am going to show you a demonstration of applying this product so you can see what I'm talking about. But I just want to first, show you the 3 products that I bought. So I got 2 of the lipsticks, and they have a pearl finish. And I decided to go with Apricot, which is a golden peach, I would say. And let me swatch this on my hand, even though I am wearing it on my lips right now. So that's what it looks like swatched, and that's what it looks like on. So that was one of the shades that I decided to try. And then the other one is called Ready to Pounce. And this is, I would say, an orangey red. And I would be more likely to wear this, I would say, in the summer. This just screams summer to me for some reason. There is also a light blue and a light pink. So that's what Ready to Pounce looks like. Okay, so let's move on to the application process, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Katy Pearl eyeshadow slash highlighter. And there's what it looks like. And in the instructions that I had read, I think on the CoverGirl website, yeah, I think that's where I had read it. They had said to apply it with your fingers. And so what I'm going to do, just to show you whether there's any difference or not, is I'm going to apply this as a shadow with my finger on one eye and then use a brush on the other, just to see if I can show you the difference. So I'm putting my finger in the pot, and this is so dense and so thick that it is very difficult to get any product to pick up on your finger. You more or less have to just keep doing it and doing it to try to melt it with the heat from your skin. So I'm going to do this eye with my finger. And I'm going to pat this all over my lid. Like that. And then I'm going to put some up here as a brow bone highlight. And let's just dab a little bit in the corner there, like that. So actually that works pretty well. And you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not even going to do the brush on the other side. I'm just going to tell you that when I used a brush, because it's a brush and it has no heat like your finger does, it doesn't apply as well. So you kind of have to use your finger in order to make this product work, because it's so thick and dense. Someone, makeup artist that was using this, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, he was saying it was so smooth and creamy, and I was like, smooth and creamy? This is definitely not smooth and creamy, but it is pretty, and you do get that highlight effect, but it definitely is not creamy, and it's very subtle on its own. And so to me, that is definitely not a complete eye look. I mean, even if I put eyeliner and mascara, it just wouldn't look done. So I'm going to add some more products after this to finish up the eye look. But while we're on the subject here, as a matter of fact, why don't I go ahead and do the other eye then? Yeah, this is really stiff and hard, and it is not thick and creamy at all. And you could definitely put an eyeshadow over this, which is what I did when I was playing around with it yesterday. It looks pretty on its own, but you can use it as an eyeshadow base. And just a little bit in the corner there. Okay, so I already have on my contour and blush. So now I'm going to show you how it applies as a face highlighter. And again, if you use a brush, it's going to be very difficult to blend. Whereas if you use your finger, it will help it melt in. Now, can you see that streak there? This looks like it would be light enough to use with my skin tone, but it's not. It's too dark for me for a highlighter. Now the other shade is a gold, but it's a deeper gold, so I would suspect that I would probably have the same problem. But I wanted to show you what it would look like anyway. But yeah, you can see as soon as I apply that, you can see that it's too dark for me as a highlighter. So what I'll probably do now is apply a lighter highlighter over top, and this will act like as a base, because I mean, I don't want a dark beige, peachy beige streak at the top of my face like that. So yeah, that is that. Okay, so I just finished up my eyes, and I will list every product that I added in the description box. Just in case you're new, I always put all the products that I'm wearing in the description box, every single one, just in case anybody's ever curious, you know, what I'm wearing. So let's move on to the lip products. So for the lip products, I'm going to apply one of the lipsticks, and before I do that, the first thing that I always apply is NYX lip primer, and I do that because I feel like it makes my lipstick last longer, it keeps it from going outside the lines, and it just applies better. So I always apply this first no matter what I'm using. It's just like a clear balm type thing. I wouldn't say it's moisturizing though, it just holds everything in place and makes it apply smoother.
It's 10 o'clock.
And I do like a little bit of definition around the edges of my lips because they aren't quite as defined as I would like them to be. So today I'm going to use e.l.f. Lip Definer and Shaper. And I've had this for quite a while. The only place I've ever seen this is on the e.l.f. website. It's just kind of like a natural lip liner. So I'm just going to do the edges. I'm not going to fill them in. Just to give it a tiny bit of definition. And then I'm going to use Katy Cat Pearl in Apricot. And this is a golden peach. When I went back in and finished my eyes, I used the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette because I figured that would coordinate nicely with this lipstick. So that is what it looks like applied. Okay, so that's the application. So now I'll come back and tell you my thoughts about these products. Okay, so my final thoughts on the products that I bought. The shadow slash highlighter is pretty tough to work with and is very subtle. And the color didn't end up working out for me as a highlighter like I was hoping that it would. I mean, if you just look at it in the jar, that is a very light color, but I guess it's just still not light enough to work for me as a highlighter. And I would have been okay if it had just worked for me as an eyeshadow base, but it is so stiff and dry that I would imagine over time it's just going to get worse from there, and then I'm going to have to do something to try to doctor it up and make it more moist. But the effect that it gives is very pretty, so I think I am going to keep it and work with it because shadows do seem to layer nicely over it, but it's just too subtle, I feel like, to use on its own as an eyeshadow. But it does make a good eyeshadow base for light colors that are in that color family. So I have mixed feelings about it. You know, whether or not you would choose to try it is up to you. I can't say what the gold one is like in comparison because I didn't buy it the Tiger's Eye. And then as far as the lip products go, I also have mixed feelings about these. On the good side, CoverGirl lipsticks apply very easy. They do not dry out your lips. They're almost moisturizing. They have a nice, moisturizing property about them. They just glide on your lips without ever drying them out. The pearl finish isn't too much. It's very pretty. It's pearly without looking too crazy. And if you put something on first, like I did, like a primer, it's going to look even better. If you put them directly on your lips with nothing underneath, I don't feel as if they apply as well or look as nice, but you'll have to experiment depending on what you use for a lip balm or something when you first begin doing your makeup. So I'm sure it will vary. And the colors, I think, are very, very spring and summer. I mean, this one just screams spring to me, and this one screams summer, so very much on trend, I feel like, for the season in terms of color. The downside, and this has always been my beef with CoverGirl lipsticks, is the smell is horrendous. And it is so strong that you can almost taste it. So it does fade after you've had it on your lips for a while, but I really, really hate it. But yet, every once in a while, I still buy a CoverGirl lipstick. I do the same thing with L'Oreal. I don't like the I don't like the smell of L'Oreal lipsticks either, but yet I still pick one up now and then because I do like the formula The formula is nice, but the smell slash taste is just horrendous. So yeah, I guess you have to take the good with the bad, but I personally would rather just buy products that I like everything about them rather than having ups and downs. So I have very mixed feelings about this collection, and even though these smell and taste awful, I will keep them and I will use them because I am such a makeup junkie that, you know, we have to suffer for our beauty. So that is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.